Hey everyone. So I really never thought I'd be making a video like this. You know, typically we post different types of, I guess more family appropriate content, but this has been weighing on my mind for a little bit, so I felt that would decide to share this. Yeah, this is definitely one of the scariest experiences that my family has gone through for sure. But basically, this happened back in like February, so probably like almost like a year ago at this point. It was like a Saturday morning. So Key and the kids were in the living room. They had just finished, so they were still like cleaning up their plates from breakfast I had cooked. And so I was on the toilet, and yeah, I know I was on the toilet, but basically, but yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, because really this is kind of hard to talk about, but we're gonna get through it, yo. We're gonna power through. So this is the full story of how our house got shot up. So basically, I was in the bathroom. I was sitting on the toilet, regular Saturday morning, and I started like hearing like a bunch of popping sounds or whatever, and I get up. I'm looking out the bathroom window, and I'm thinking because like in our neighborhood they used to pop fireworks like all year round. So like basically when they had I heard the sounds initially, I thought it was just like they were just popping fireworks. But then I get up and I'm like looking out the bathroom window, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing like the debris fly up in the yard. But I didn't know that at the time. Like I thought it was just like maybe. My initial thought was like, are they throwing fireworks in the yard? Like I didn't really pay too much mind to it, and then it kept persisting or whatever. So like it just hearing pop, 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 pop. But again, like I said, I'd seen like the leaves and the dirt flying up in the yard or whatever. So like this is in like the back of the house. It was like in the house. We had like a really, really long backyard. Like it was probably like 100 feet. I used to hate cutting grass for that. It was like 100 feet long. So like I said, I really didn't know what was going on for real, but like I instinctually just told everybody in the house to like get down. And so like he was just like, what's going on? What's going on? I was just like, I heard something. I just didn't know, because they be shooting in the neighborhood. Like they really be, they really be pew-pewing in that neighborhood. Like they be pow-powing and pew-pewing, like. And so like what I had seen was just like, like I said, I didn't really pay too much mind to it. So flash forward probably like 30 minutes later, we're getting like a knock on the door, and it's kind of like random because like I said, it's a Saturday morning. Like, who's knocking on the door? I come to the door, and there's like 20 police officers, like all outside the house. Like they all outside the crib. They in the yard. They in the. It's just a bunch of police. And so like, they basically was just like, hey, are you guys okay? Your house got pew-pewed. And I was like, and Key was like, you all right? And I was like, bro, I knew it. I was like, bro, I knew I heard it. And then basically like, so we're walking around the backside, and I have clips, so I'll put clips in here and stuff like that. It was crazy. There was so many police. I had never really seen that many police at one time for real life. Not for me, like, or us, like that's crazy. But so like I said, there's so many police here, so like they collect the ballistics. We walk around the backside. The little bathroom that I was in, like it was like probably like a couple feet above it was really just like like it hit like a part of the house, like one of the bullet holes. Like it hit a part of the house, and then like they had fired one into the brick wall. They had fired one into the air conditioning unit. So the air conditioning unit was shot. Like it was like no longer useful for real. So the dude had really like messed it up, and like thank God it was like an older house and like a more, I guess, well-equipped house. Like it was made of brick, so like it was able to not just rip through the house like with the family in it. And so the cops are basically telling us like they saw it on the ring camera of our neighbor's ring camera that was like on the other side of the street that we really didn't even like talk to for real. And so like basically they saw the guy, like I guess he had pulled up with a friend. They get in the car. I guess he had like pulled up with a friend. And then like he's on like the other side of the fence line, and he's like pew-pewing at our house from like, I remember I told you like the backyard is long, like 100 feet, probably longer, but it's really long. So he's shooting on like the other, he's pew-pewing on the other side of the fence. And so like, that's what the police is seeing. And so basically like, even one of the officers has said that they had a good suspicion of who they thought it was, because this guy's like been in trouble before. Like, like this dude is apparently like a real live crash out. They said this dude apparently, and if I can find the article or the link, I'll post it. But prayers to the family of this young man that lost his life. But basically, he had gotten into an altercation, I guess, over a dice game, just really up the street of my house. This dude pews a 16-year-old.
He's 18! He's 18!
What is now being investigated as a homicide drew a crowd to the intersection of Pippin and Galbraith Sunday, with moments of strong emotion and rising tensions. Police had to step away from the scene at one point, walking across the street to intervene.
And this dude was old. Like I don't know, he's in like his mid-20s. This dude old, bro. Basically like, he had like pew-pewed them, and I guess the police officer said that he has like a really good legal team, so he just be getting off. And it's crazy because like I didn't know who it was. Nobody knew who it was. And so it wasn't how we anticipated to spend our Saturday morning. Like it was really wild. And so like basically like, my wife, she's frustrated. And she's arguably just really scared. Like, that was like super duper traumatic. I'm also scared, but it's just like that was tough. That was different. Kids didn't really necessarily understand the depth of it. That I mean, like they knew that there was like a potential that they could get harmed, and that's hard to talk about your kids. Like it was really the reality that we live in. And so like, basically like, I ended up calling my dad. He freaked out. I called my mom. Told her that was crazy. I called my grandma, or Key had called my grandma, and so like she was praying for us and stuff. So I mean, that was like it was really difficult. But basically, like that's not the end of the story. So like basically, they couldn't really arrest this dude because I guess that wasn't enough proof. It didn't have his face because like I guess I don't really know. I never saw the footage, but he always gets off. That's what the female police officer was telling me. That he always gets off. He always does. I don't know. They said he threw his kid out of a car in an altercation at some point like that. Like this dude like real loud crash out. So like the police officers told us like they were like, we'll get in contact with you guys. We'll let y'all know basically like what's going on. So I mean, they gotta do their work. They gotta do their. But she was saying like with the bullet fragment that they were able to get out of the house. They could probably, get him in court or whatever they were trying to do. Basically trying to pin it on him because she thinks that they know what type of that he had. You know what I'm saying? And so basically, the crazier part though is that so once I ended up talking to my neighbor who lived right beside us, he had ended up telling me that was his son. Like y'all, his son, like, and he got a lot of kids, and so I'm actually cool with a couple of his sons, but I guess this is one of the sons or the brothers that I haven't met, so I don't know them. But like, basically, once I had found out that it was his son, and he was saying like he had got into I guess altercation with him. They got into some type of fight, scuffle, whatever. And so basically, like, he had said that he was giving me like his name and like all his information and stuff. Like he was like, yeah, we got into it. So apparently the shots were meant for him, and it was kind of crazy because I mean we were like right next door neighbors, but it's crazy. Like you don't know what your dad's house is like bro, are you dumb? Like, what are you talking about? But like basically he had ended up like pew-pewing at our house thinking that it was his dad's house, and it was crazy, y'all. Like this dude had ended up eventually getting arrested, and so, but to my knowledge, I haven't really heard anything or any updates in regards to what might have gone on with his case or if he gets off or whatever. But basically, long story short, that's kind of like what that literally our house got like pew-pew, bro. But you know, it really puts things into perspective. You know, I'm grateful that no one was hurt. I'm grateful that everybody was able to walk away, and really the only thing that was messed up was the house. But you know, we're no longer in that stage or in that area, because I mean, for real, I don't know what's up with that area, but it used to be like a suburb when I was growing up, but now it's like it done took a shift to being like it's getting real crazy over there. I don't get it, but I'm sharing the story because I think it's important to talk about these type of moments. Not to spread fear or like to do anything like crazy, but like just to remind people how precious life is. I never imagined something like this will happen to my family, but I mean, it makes me grateful more and more that to appreciate the time that I do have with them. And you know, life is really precious, because I mean, I don't be out, I don't do anything like that. So I mean, really, there wouldn't be no reason for anything like that to happen to me, or anybody come for me, or nothing like that. Like I go to work, I come home, I be chilling for real. Like I don't do too much. Again, I appreciate y'all. You know, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And you know, if you've ever been through anything like this, you know, like you know, feel free to share anything or any of your experiences in like the comments down below. For real, y'all, just take care, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Hopefully it's on a better note. Y'all take care.